It's been one hell of a thought process. Shit. And show some extra support for your sister since I can't be there. She finna graduate and whatnot. So
Yeah,
yeah, I didn't even really look at that piece she sent me until shit when I accidentally called her 2 or 3 days ago. But yeah, I'm glad she stayed on a path.
yeah, yeah.
Shit.
So this
So
past month has been horrible for me. And then yesterday, tip the iceberg.
well shit. Go on and tell me about it.
Well, for one, I've been working so much, I lost track of everything that I was trying to do. And I ain't gonna lie, I am kind of in a rut, slightly depressed and all that bullshit. And then yesterday, I got hit with another another bill that I'm gonna have to pay. It's like I got so much that I gotta pay and owe due to this last business feature I got that I'm just upside down on life.
Yeah. And I was about to complete your sentence when you said another bill, and I was like, it was always the feeling of how do we. I mean, not necessarily just the bills that keep making things kind of come out, but then all the other fucking crazy situations that put us in the same kind of like stagnant rut that we don't want to venture out or that we can't venture out and do different shit or whatever. And
Yeah,
I just recognize that all of those books help me. I guess they just help me recognize it, because it's man, I'm losing my train of thought. But I mean, the stuff you go, man, it's just that's regular, and it's so fucking regular that it fucks everybody up. And now you, in a sense, you see the regular state of could. But
yeah,
I mean, shit, you already know. I guess the positive and the negative, but I mean, all this is subjectively speaking, so of course you ain't gotta fucking blah blah blah. But I was just thinking, man, shit, it's yeah, that shit's typical. And
yeah,
I mean, cause I'm so goddamn super. Cause I tried not to smoke this whole damn day. I'm trying to not to smoke till my birthday.
yeah,
But I woke up this morning and I'm trying to like I finally was like, okay, I ain't finna smoke. Everything clear. I'm finna get this paperwork and get my LLC. I go talk to the people to go get that done, and then they on some ignorant shit. So I instantly recognize I gotta go. So I leave, and then I'm just going to go drive. I go to my storage. I get hit with a red light fee, so that's another $124. And it just
yeah,
it built up to where it's like my mind was on one thing, and that was just building up. I recognized I was
yeah,
happy because I was in control, aka I wasn't verbally speaking about it, but it was still in my mind, and I was still kind of barely thinking about it. And then I slowly kind of let that go, and then less than 10 minutes later, I get to my storage. Now I got this fucking bill due, and then just other things with um, I guess when you extend yourself or extend your credits, if you don't really, or even if you do, but irrelevant of that, by chance, I extend my credits, and then I got situations to where, and credit means money, so I extend
yeah,
credit to different situations, aka building. So in the process of me building, now I got this other thing that's due, and then and although I could easily make $200 a day driving 8 hours, being patient, plainly just automatically. I still, or not necessarily I still, but it still get to a point to where when these situations come up, I'm all fucking irritated or whatever, or trying to figure out, I guess, different situations. But now the future is different, to where if I really had to come up with the money, ain't no excuse why I shouldn't have it or why I couldn't get it. So even for today, I already basically got the money to where I can pay that today. So
yeah,
it's about like I guess shit, all about responsibility. But I already understand, shit, those bills and those sideline type of things, those are the things that keep you off balance. And comparably speaking, and you could already understand, if you try to get yourself out of a debt or out of a situation to where it calls you to be patient, and then the only way to get forward is to not make no money. You got to make some type of money. But then you get so
yeah,
enthralled with making that money, or just where it builds up at the least amount of all your time, which is 40 hours a week. So 40 hours or more, you gotta do that, and then I guess I could see on the reflection of how trapped I was, which basically this is my only option, and the main thing that's changing is I'm getting older and older and older. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, that's why I guess when I did all my best efforts, and I'm living in my van, and I go from Lakewood to Redmond, that's like shit, all not necessarily 100 miles away, but at least like 60 miles away or some shit, without doing the math. But I go up there and then instantly get a job, but instantly get fired. Like, and that was all my stupid choice on instant reflection. So then
Yeah.
I'm instantly working this, hours going down, but then I'm just sitting back here like the car or the fuck. I only got the truck at the time, but the truck not working and all this shit. So leaving one situation, realizing I need to start looking for jobs while I'm at that job, and then by chance it came up with conversational mindset to where I was like, fuck this bitch, and I ain't going back. And then I didn't need to go back because I had a job offering or a job interview the next day, and then all that was in the month of January, to where as soon as I got this job, I'm like, hold on, my birthday about to be. I'm living in my van. I'm shit out of luck. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do different? And the main thing I could
Yeah.
reflect on that I already gathered but didn't action on, because if you don't have those, then you really ain't doing shit. Because you got to collect those things that you can do when you need to do them, and ways to do it to where it won't hurt you, it'll benefit you. But overall, when I look back, and I was just like, shit, I don't know. It was, you got to go back to something that's some type of template of right, and that's just for you. Like, can't nobody tell you what that is. You got to make that for yourself. But for me, it wasn't the Bible. It wasn't all this other type shit that they could be. By chance, for me, it was the richest man in Babylon. And before I even got to that, literally, it was this white man talking, and it wasn't goddamn God or Jesus. It was goddamn Jim Rohn, and I listened to a seminar, how to have the best life ever and how to have the best year ever. When I went back to those 4 hour seminars that somebody sent me because I was seemingly shit out of luck and she could see it, if it wasn't for her recommendation or however that stemmed for fucking sparking up to tell me that, she didn't even tell me shit. She just sent it in an email. And me,
Yeah.
hey, the mind that I am, something that before that day already qualified me to make an action that was basically hear it out, even though it took 4 years later for me to realize I didn't really listen. I heard the nigga. I heard everything he say, but listening insinuates doing something. Listening insinuates a proper action, a specific action. If you specifically getting from what you hearing and you ain't doing in the future, then that's on you. That can't be on me. So after a while, that nigga he spoke all his millions of words, hundreds of seminars, and finally he gotta die. So this shit is on record. It's on record. It's on video. Now what you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
So that's all it was. When you hear some shit, do some shit. And if you ain't heard no shit, and or if you get into a situation right now to where you feel all fucked up, you got to do something about it. You got to put in those better words. Because I've already, in my own opinion, I've already gave you the proper names, or fucking what is that? Goddamn, the authors and the titles. If you got the author and the title, you got much more recommendation than I had, especially on a specific ear hustling of specifically what it said. And when you get ready to do it, can't nobody do it like you do. But overall, it's a continuation and a distillation. So you got to continue to do the shit that you could have done a week ago, the first day. Like all that stuff matters. And then into the point now, irrelevant if you did it or not, do you have it? Do you have it collected to where you at least listen to 2 hours of this? And that's what starts to matter. So in a sense, take what you do have, whether you listen to anybody or not, take what you do have and then contemplate that and then do something with it. Because at my time when Jim Rohn from How to Have the Best Life Ever, when he was talking about how much money have you saved up, when he asked all these questions and I answered it, whether I was talking out loud or not, that nigga dead. He can't hear shit I'm saying. So whether you tell me or you like it's you just know that shit. You collect that shit. You react and benefit off of my words, not me. I especially can't do it for you the way you can do it for yourself, and to continue and develop and then share and just be all fucking set free. But from listening to that goddamn that seminar, How to Have the Best Life Ever, shit, he recommended that book, and then I just did what I did with it. But that is where his recommendation specifically ended. Now look where my life went so much farther than that. And that's why I tell y'all it's a daily life shit that y'all got to do so you can collect and benefit and build. Like this shit is free and it's just sitting out there for everybody. All the books that you're gonna come across to, they all just been in the world. So you just you gotta build and make something and you gotta stay positive and shit. There's different things that you'll realize on a reflection after you got through these hard ass moments that may benefit you. And then even if you don't realize it, then that's kind of the fuck up that you'll realize that you could have gathered. Because if
Yeah.
those weird nothing ass books that I got through the dumb boring ass hours of work became to build into something whole new bigger, different definitions. It's kind of like the more I say you gotta promote people to a higher status. So I'm not fucking. I ain't even no doctor right now. I ain't got no fucking doctor degree, but my pops call me doc. And overall, promote people to a higher status, and that's what you do with the books. That's what you do with the ideas when you continue to work with them. And then whenever you share with people, they see the fucking the all. They can't even. Well, they see something so unique and it comprises from all these different fucking aspects that's what they end up fucking with. That's what they end up giving a chance. They ain't giving a nigga that just fucked up for this opportunity, all these different opportunities. Hell no. They giving the other shit a chance. So, it's and you gotta give yourself a chance. That's the whole fucking theme of it. You haven't gave yourself a chance. Either way, with this specifically. Shit, just like I've never given the Bible specifically a chance. So many other people have. Shit, go talk to them and see how you feel. That's all it is. Just like they say, think and grow rich. It's not think and grow rich, it's feel and grow rich. So if that's how you feeling, go do something about it. But that's the hard part about it until you realize possibly how. But that's what I feel like I realized. And shit, main thing I can do and the most easiest thing for me to do is recommend the title and the author. Because if I recommend all that extra shit, all the verbatim words, and how I feel and how it benefits, that shit is almost irrelevant. That's just me practicing. What has it done for you so far? Not a damn thing. So, and that's the same thing with, hear me out, my nigga. Shit, like,
Yeah, damn.
cause like that was y'all that niggas don't listen. Y'all didn't do verbatim, and now it's a whole year later, and the shit ain't changed. It just got classified even bigger and better. And I'm still fucking up, but I'm still getting better, bigger and better. So it's just like, it's a totality of reflection. So you got to make, you can just start, I guess, in a comfortable stance of
Hush, man.
yeah, try to start in a comfortable stance of just checking some of these books and thoughts. And then when you do, instantly start talking to people and instantly start, call me or just, start trying to develop. Because this shit, so abstractly, I wasn't shit before I developed this shit in my own head. Because it's weird how all of a sudden, all this nothing means something. So I don't like shit. I'll just have an interest, or with me just having an interest in listening to the next title, just boring. I don't know, like shit, that was so unique for me. So shit, I could easily say, hey, we can go hustle some drugs and shit, or I could easily say go listen to a book, because shit, that's much more overall when you get fucked up and you in a timeout situation like you are now because of a myriad of situations. AKA one of them could be selling some drugs and getting locked up. AKA owing a lot of money and you just can't go to the club, so you ain't going, and so you just sitting down. Shit, what do you result to in both cases? Or at least in the main case where it's the most fucked up case. You result to a book. Whether they give you a book in the fucking confinement cell or they let you read some books. But you go back to a book and you release your mind. I always said, because I instantly understood, get away from your story by listening to stories. Get out of your mind by listening to other people's minds. And then overall, you'll gain more behoovements. Because you can't, I mean, shit, I can gain so many damn behoovements that like that's why it's a big ass combination of this white guy, this black guy, this guy, and then after a while, when it becomes a million different people that it's a combination of, shit, don't nobody know who I am, and this shit overall, they don't know what's gonna come out next. Which other person's idea or book that I use to my maximum benefit, or at least some type of benefit? Like all of those is one ups. People go to college and all that bullshit for years and years and years to get a one up. Nigga, you can give it to yourself. Like shit, like I'm ready to go pay college and go stand up, and that's exactly what I'm doing in the extension that I'm doing shit. I'm doing and paying the cost in these different ways to do that, or similar, just, damn near I got it got to be, because literally.
Yeah.
So overall, I'm getting to where I want to go. I could easily get suckered into getting a 24 an hour job or $30 an hour job or whatever. Overall, that's what I'm doing driving right now. So I already got that. But I'm not getting suckered into it because I'm still starting a business. Or almost it's irrelevant if even if I do set up the I don't know, it's just different. But the other side of it, bro, you ain't even gotta worry about shit anyway. Cause you can instantly start like if you had a certain type of mind to be like, okay, fuck it. We finna get ready I'm finna get ready to start up this cell phone company. You can listen and know the same type of shit that I listen and know out of nowhere, out of nothing. It easily feel like like it's just different potentials. But as you get ready to do that for something, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna have a whole lot more competency to learn and competency to just to hear niggas out or whatever. I don't know, but shit, it's a weirdness to where you have to pick all your choices and at the same time being able to, I guess, hear enough to where you won't have to annotate it to nobody. Because I was hearing so much good shit I was like, I don't know. It's just after a while, it's me. Just like the story from the last story in The Richest Man of Babylon. The nigga was learning so much shit from Megiddo and all these other people, but when Megiddo was gone, and he went to go recommend it to his friend, and his friend used it to save his life and do better in life, he was like, "Hey, because of you, I've made my fortune." He was like, "Nah, nigga, it wasn't because of me. It was because of Megiddo." Well, he was like, "Nah, nigga, it was Megiddo and you." But either way, Megiddo ain't here right now. You want to go into business? So, it's like, do some shit. Like, you will realize that you acquire things that you ain't even plan out to realize. That's the whole the creative of it. And that's what they've been giving us since birth, a fucking book. Gaga Google, you still got fairy tales in your head. Go beyond fairy tales. Make choices. And come up with some answers. Come up with some, if was a fifth, I do this, I do this, I do this, so you can know exactly what to happen for the future. You can know how to plan it out. And by chance, urban fiction, African American. We wasn't grew up with niggas, and even if we was, it's almost uncomparable to the potential of it. So even if you have the greatest nigga around you, and fucking giving you every goddamn thing, that's just one story. When I started to gather 100 different stories off of urban fiction, African American, when you type that into the search bar on Audible, I just started to learn a lot more stories comparable, especially for black people. Like unfortunately, seemingly, they kind of do shitty, but I just had more. So I can tailor that a little bit to take a few different aspects. You got a whole lot more better background than a whole lot more people. So realize what you do have, use your melanin, and just start fucking gathering. Because once you gather enough, you'll naturally just fucking pop the fuck out. And the easiest way to gather is while you're already making money, while you already got something set up, or whatever else. Because if you come from this point to learning all this shit and you ain't got a job, you're going to feel even shittier. Because now you got to get a job and all that extra shit. So, just build off of what you have, but you got to collect more and collect it for at least a year while planning and doing and everything. And then you'll get to reflect differently. But even if you want to set up next month the cell phone company, I can help you do that because we got to get started some way from the fucking ground up. So shit, overall, if I'm going to get started, a year, next year, and try to come over there physically and set up a location, I could easily start planning this month with who I'm going to invest with or whatever else. So even as I do that, shit, there's other stuff I'm still going to do. So shit, it's like, how do we do it all? Like just cause you, I don't know, just cause you don't want to do this, don't mean you ain't going to do this. Cause in a sense, just cause you don't want to go to work, don't mean you ain't going to go to work. So you got to play it up in different ways, man. Because, I don't know, shit, I got the freedom to say no right when it gets to the time to say yes. Shit, it ain't going to cost me not a goddamn thing. But shit, do you? And those are things that we start to reflect for and they start to try to give each other. It's certain people that can say that in different capacity. They tried to share it with us in different ways, but we just didn't understand the type shit. But now it's up to you. When you go and seek it out, bro, they come right to you. If you go listen to $100 Startup by Chris Guillebeau, it should come right to you. 100 Side Hustles by Chris Guillebeau. Like, I mean, shit, that's what I was using as fuel and ammunition to have hope for the next day, or have hope for this day, or have hope that, like, sooner or later, I'm going to be able to do it, and you ain't got to be in jail to be doing time. So sooner or later, I'm going to be able to use all of this. Like, it's the same principle. But, I don't know, man. I got to different levels by just listening to different shit and then already understanding that I already collected it. Once you listen to a book, you collected it. You know the story. If you don't, that's on you. Shit, if you had to save your mama's life with the words from that story, now you don't know, or do you know? And if you had to know, what you want to know? If you wouldn't want to know, then that's on you. That's the type of nigga you are. If you wouldn't want to know, that's the type of nigga you are. Build up to that shit. Start answering questions and shit. And all of this that I'm saying, I understand that ain't nobody ever fucking said it before because I'm saying it. And I know I've never heard it before. So how could you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how the shit you got all transfers. You might try to say all of this shit that you heard verbatim from me, you will never be able to. So you can do what you can do. And that's where you collect more. That's where they fucking ridicule a nigga from being shit out of luck and then finally turn into books. But they don't ridicule the nigga that stayed in school the whole years, all them years and became a doctor or some shit. But then the nigga that want to go learn some shit, oh, you uppity, you know, all this funny shit that I heard in the past from different sources. But overall, it's been a positive feeling to be able to share things that I heard just to people that I've never met, and they never give me no bad feedback about it. You know, even if they do, 2 stars, bitch. Well, fuck it.
It's a different feeling when you're talking to people you don't know.
Yeah.
Talking to the people that you do know. I know that for a fact.
So it's just like, I mean,
you get better encouragement for the motherfuckers that don't even know shit about you.
Yeah, because basically, if a motherfucker was lying to me, I would say something about it. Like, if it didn't make sense, I'd say something about it. But also, I understood throughout the years, I've gotten this far by being able to put so much that I've allowed myself to hear together for the output. I've been able to do that by what equated to, not in the fucking current of it, but what equated to overall, not debating the facts, acquiring the facts and using them to save my life. If I'm listening to a motherfucker talk, that's a big difference from listening to a book. And it's a big difference from you using your imagination to create shit for your benefit. So all this stuff is like, you know, I'm just me. So hopefully you can just be you. You do your own fucking, man. So you got to get this shit together, man, because shit, fortunately and unfortunately, I'm older than you. That means nigga gonna die might have a higher chance of dying before you. So you gonna have to continue this shit with a certain fucking goddamn stableness or foundation. Because you can inherit somebody's great foundation. And just because you ain't shit, it all go to shit. So it's just different competencies that may be required or stuff, you know. So blah blah blah. But man, who knows? But you ready to open up the cell phone company, man? Shit.
Oh, hello?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell just happened.
No, it's all good.
I don't think I got was you died before me.
Oh, goddamn, man.
You died before you.
All right. What I was saying is, basically, by you being older than me or me being older than you, in the life of situations that we come across people, if I don't have the competency to fucking stabilize or make greater, I'm just a lame ass nigga that just can easily fuck shit up or don't know how to unlearn shit or you know, learn stuff that need to be learned at the time. Like, that's when money on the line, I'll be fine. You know, especially right now. So if you inherit some shit to where you can't feel like that, you can't do that, then that's gonna make, even as it's the greatest it need to be, it's already there. Now you're gonna fuck it up. And that's kind of what the last story of the richest man in Babylon encapsulated. And that's the first time I ever fucking said that verbatim. Because I'm fucking realizing it as I'm talking. Like, it's all a fucking continuation of distillation. You gotta build this shit. Just understand that there's hope out there for you. You ain't gotta worry about having a lucky day. That shit is just mandatory. Like, the shit, for me being able to say all this shit right now, you don't understand how fucking lucky it is for me. Like, I'm already there. I'm into the future. The shit we was talking about in 2020, I'm there into the future. So shit, even with what they call capping or lying your ass off or just acting, I don't know what the fuck. It's a combination of all the three. But shit, I'm sure ain't all shit I look like I used to be. And shit, even if I was lying about that, shit, that's irrelevant. You know. So shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully, and we need you to be talking like that, you to be doing like that, so you can show your family, your whatever. But if somebody got it like that, you can get it like that. You know what I'm saying? You might be trying to get it how you trying to get it. Mm-hmm. So that's what I kind of realized when you shit. You know, that white man, he seemingly had it. Shit, he went from 20 at 26 or some shit. If less than 5 years later, 6 years later, he was a millionaire, and then he fucked up again, and then he had to get it back, you know, and then he kept living. So you gonna have that shit too, man. You didn't have to gather it from me. You didn't have to. You could have gathered it from your mama. You could have gathered it from your brother, your sister, anybody else in the world. But you gathered it from me. You build it from yourself. You keep gathering it from other people so you can keep building this shit. This shit is all free out here. Shit, all these books that's been around and they ain't cost a dime. Shit, after a while, $17 a month, and it's brought me thousands. Shit, when you really divide it up, it ain't cost you shit. And that's exactly off the first chapter in not necessarily the first chapter, but at the beginning of the book, at the richest man in Babylon. Like, to realize all this shit is true, shit, you just waiting. And I'm wondering how smart are you to wait so long? Because if you don't bring the proper knowledge, then it insinuates a certain thing. So in a sense, as you reflect to answer your own questions, how many books have you listened to last year? You know, type shit. How many? We only a few months into a few days into this year type of situation. So that has to spark some type of change. And if it hasn't sparked change yet, realize that sooner than later and try to straighten up a little bit because it's potential. It's not fact. Shit, you got the potential to do better. Shit, you can do all this shit and die tomorrow. Nigga, where's the potential after that? Shit. So you shit, just set up some type of behoovements for yourself and you should be fine, man. But, man, because, you know, working regular is regular. Shit, that's the main reason why I'm not down there. Because, shit, I ain't want to work for that salary. Literally, that's a fucking salary you accept. Hourly job all the way. I was working for $7.25 when I got out of high school. I ain't doing that shit. Like, even if I had to do that shit, even if it was half price, I mean, hell no, I just, no. And then when you come around different areas, like, that's the one thing that you continue to be able to do. Because, you know, and then that's different areas of your mind. So your mind can say the right shit before it physically be in the right shit. They're like, this is my mind speaking, not my physical. Shit, you know, I don't know, man. Oh, fuck, man. But hopefully.
Yeah, I feel you. I know. I just got hit with the email and I looked at it. It just fucking threw me overboard.
Yep. Shit, just try to pace yourself. Like, really map out all your money that you got coming out or that you need to go out that you got coming in, and then just figure out a way to do better. Because literally, nigga, you can sell cookies. Shit, you talk about you in debt and you ain't got a cookie company yet? That was off the last story in the Richest Man of Babylon, nigga. He got free from selling cookies. If it wasn't for him realizing that the behoovement of him, right when he got bought by his slave master, right before he got bought to say certain shit, right as he got bought to say certain shit, those are fucking, where do you gather that from? He got that from his friend, and then he got that from the continuation of the information, trying to use it as the days came. Shit, you ain't, man, you got potential. So stop fucking up. Get your ass straight. Make sure you start doing push-ups and shit and squats and shit and go to work, nigga. Save money, listen to books. You need to get locked up, nigga, because you already locked up. You can't go nowhere. You can't do much. So you got to repair. You got to recover. And overall, shit, comparably speaking, I'm in a dangerous situation. So that's why I'm always listening and learning so I can quickly get out of this situation. Like, I can't, man. I can't even voice how dangerous my situation is. You know, literally, because it'll get more dangerous. But shit, like you gotta understand the difference on how to shit. Put it like this, you'll never hear from me. Nobody will, because shit, that'll be the way you first go. So you gotta understand that for yourself. Those are behoovements. They're all equal into shit. Why I do shit this way and that way and this way and that way, and then I can't overall share all that shit because it's deep shit. But you know. I tried not to smoke weed, got a motherfucking headache, and shit, smoked the joint, ran up and talked to you for a whole 30 minutes almost, so, shit, you know, that's good. I always, shit, we'll see how it play out. But, shit, all the shit is, I mean, and then the whole thing of it, even from before, hopefully you can understand all that you heard. So you'll have options to do what you can, whenever you will do what you want with what you got. But overall, yeah, hopefully you'll understand the continuation of certain things and what it all could mean. And I still got a lot of this stuff recorded and stuff like that. But I guess I'm just being lazy in the same way. But man, it's all better. It's all better, man. Shit,
it's gonna get better. Like I said, I just gotta get over this little hump. Keep on pushing.
Well, what's your next book you finna listen to?
That one you just said, but I also got what's the other one? The other one I was looking at. I got the money. I need to go ahead and get Audible.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well, because the main thing about certain things like that, they help, like, kind of like, in a sense, if weed helps me talk and reflect in a certain way, and or if not smoking weed or whatever. If anything helps me do what it needs to do and it makes me money, then that's an asset, not a liability. So me spending $10 for a whole 30 minutes that could build me, and it builds to my whole psychology, and helps me live better, and talk, all of these moments. I don't talk to you frivolously, whatever the fuck that word is, but you already know, like, I try to make it mean something. So it's certain books that if you just download those books into your body and mind and keep living your day, it'll soon build something. But you got to be mindset of it. This took How long does it take for a nigga to get through high school? 4 years. How long does it long? Literally type shit. I've been doing this for 6 years, like my own doing it. Whatever it means, like the whole formula that only I do because I make it up. I've been doing that. You got to do that for you, and it may take 6 years. Overall, if you gonna die before 4 years, that's how it's not gonna take 6 years. So keep living. All this shit gonna get easier. And that's what I was shit out of luck, having nothing at all. I was just like, fuck, I need something. What are you gonna get when ain't nobody gonna give you shit? You gonna look, and then that's when they turn to the Lord, and they still fucking fucked off with no book knowledge. Well, that's why they say fucking book sense without common sense is a damn fool. Nigga, I always damn near fail open book tests. So shit, I feel like I want to go back to school now. But I'm just saying, like, shit, bro, like,
I want to go get I want to go get a certification.
and hey, you can go online in some of your downtime, organize your time, put 2 hours a day. They got online certifications, easy. Like, that's easy, and that's something you should be doing because you want to. So you got the capacity.
Yeah.
You can figure out some of those things that don't even cost any money. So those are out there easily. I already know shit, a few in my head that I gotta remember type shit. But bro, it's a lot of stuff out there. You just gotta embrace that shit. So embrace where you are. So check out The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that again. I gotta listen to that a lot of times, just like you did. I remember you said listen to it multiple times.
Because you only can listen to one book at a time. But for me, as a reflection, that was the book that stemmed it all. That was the only book that I listened to that many times. So I get to reflect in a unique way about that book. If I were to do it with other books, then it would happen in certain ways, containing to what the information is. You can't be a pussy about it. You gotta use if it's negative information or positive information, use it to good and make your life easier. That means you gotta create. You just can't take the information and don't do nothing with it. How the fuck is that using it? You just storing it up for nothing. That's why I wasn't doing shit in 2020 when I was started to listen to the book since 2016. Like, it's all a continuation. I was getting better. I was making better actions for what I could at that time. But this is 4 years into the 5 years into the future. Like, you gotta understand and precipitate that. Like, it's certain shit that they kind of talk about to where you gotta. Why the fuck you gonna wait for 20 years for a goddamn retirement plan, and then get to the 18th year and be like, I don't even like this job no more? Like, that's dumb as fuck. Shit, you should have been planning your retirement through the days you live for the whole goddamn 20 years. And if you're not putting at least $30 a month away for that 40 years in the future, then that's where we're fucking up. And that's how the shit starts to differentiate when we get rich and then we start to do it. So we just waiting and fucking up our time. Because the time is the main thing that we can benefit from. So, I mean, it's all a continuation, and that's a part of Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. So you got to check that book out. And shit, just the whole urban fiction African American. I listened to 30 books that first month. But I mean, it all depends, man. It's so many options out there. Just start where you can and just try and just stay positive. Oh, and here go one by this white lady that she did such a good job at talking. It's The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. Now, I believe, for the most part, if I go back through her other books, I would be even better than The Game of Life and How to Play It. That shit is more powerful than any other book because seemingly we supposed to do all this Jesus shit. Nigga, she put it in a way where she ain't say none of that Bible shit all verbatim throughout the whole book, but she still was on some shit like that. And now I'm on some shit like that. Like, you see, you know what I'm saying? It's the power of words. It's the power of book. It's the power of imagination. I ain't never gonna be on no, I love Jesus, and fuck no. Just like that nigga said, I don't believe in fairy tales. I don't believe in goddamn and goddamn Santa Claus. What the fuck? Really? Santa Claus? And we still gonna believe in him and act like it's a positive. What for? What good is that belief for? Comparable to I'm the nigga. To comparable to I'm God. I'm my own God. I build him. I bring shit down. Now that supposedly off the top of opinion or off top of some dumb hating shit with just being ignorant, that's supposed to harm me? Nigga, I've been doing that since my whole life, since I was 10 years old, getting my own shit. Shitting my own. Ain't nobody, don't know, what you eat don't make me shit. What I eat don't make you shit. So you gotta do your own fucking. So, oh, I'm dumb as fuck, bro.
Right.
But yeah,
And then
man.
you said another one. You said dance with the devil or chase or games with the devil.
Outwitting the Devil by
Okay,
Napoleon Hill.
outwitting.
Yeah. So that one's a very powerful one because just all the shit that they say verbatim is like, I don't know, it just, especially into the future as I am now, like in a sense how I feel, but it's just, it work on you so uniquely. So in a sense how you was like, how do you remember all of this stuff or whatever? Like I just over and over and over listen to it like a song, you know? And then when your comprehension builds each year, you can just understand, you can hear a whole song and just know that you like it or just, whatever type shit. I can't make it make sense, but man, it's pretty easy, bro. So just maybe try those few books and then come back and get some more. But the main thing is you need to not necessarily come back, but you need to try that. You know, shit. They say
Yeah.
try out the dictionary. Okay, nigga, didn't do it. What else am I supposed to say to pacify you? That don't feel so bad if nigga, if you don't do it, you gonna be lame as fuck for yourself, not for me. Shit, you gonna be having untapped potential. That's how everybody feel when they recommend some shit, right? Oh,
Yeah.
you ain't listening to me? Well, fuck you then. Shit. But after a while, all we see is through life who's really fucking up or who's really doing good. So you know what I'm saying? It's shit. That's why it's like. That's why I said this. I said to another white dude, like it's irrelevant whether you don't believe in God, you don't believe in God, in Christianity, you ain't got religion, nigga. If I can't influence you and you can't influence me because we have to have the right to choose, then why the fuck does it matter? And then overall, I was thinking about, okay, what did dinosaurs worship? Shit, they was moving around on this earth and shit. Did they have to worship something? Like, what the fuck does, all that mind shit that now is really fucking matters? And in a sense, it
Yeah.
don't fucking matter. It's all a fucking combination. If you can use it all, you can benefit from it all. If you have the capacity for it, you can understand the difference. But, blah, blah, blah. And anything specific about anything I've said, it could easily be talked about in hours of form, in different situations, in different ways, to further understand why I think whatever to whatever. But shit, that's for you in a sense, as I recommend it to myself, especially from other people's retarded words. Don't debate the facts, acquire the facts, and use them to save your life. So if you do that, that equates to listening. So be careful to what you're listening to. But if you're listening to shit, it should be only the shit that saves you, the shit that helps you. So don't be a lame ass and just be absorbing all the bad shit and listening to all the bad shit and then be like, oh, they didn't give me nothing. Shit, your mama been trying to give you something. The church been trying to give you. All of them been trying to give me something, right? My mama been praying for me. They been all trying to give us something. But it's what we do, bro.
Yeah.
All right,
Shit show.
man, you got it, man. It's just, and then overall, even if, man, shit, even if you don't believe in my shit, I'ma still do my shit. Just like I see other people still gonna do their shit. So hopefully,
Yeah.
whenever it comes together, you'll have a better stake in your shit to, because you can, in some ways, I can realize what I would have settled for compared to what I'm settling for now. So shit, that's pretty good feeling. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But nah.
So
It's gonna come to a point where you have to make YouTube videos of your speaking.
yeah, I'm gonna get to that point, man. Cause it gotta be for not necessarily. It's just the spark in it. Like that's why I labeled this kind of where I got this piece coming. Needa lift cousin conversations. Cause for the most part that was stemming off of hollering at you, but with the bigger thought of it, it's like to have only one guest is a certain rapport, but to
Yeah.
have 1,000 different guests and then combine that rapport is a certain education. So I thought that would be a unique point, and then also to include others, because basically, when you see a video and it got 1,000 different actors in it, all of those actors want to watch. You know, it's a multiplication process in a sense of it, on how it kind of gets
Mm-hmm.
shared and seen. But yeah, I am building all of this in. As soon as I started, January or December 1st, I believe. No, December 1st. I've already collected a lot, so that's why I'm talking and speaking, and it seems like it kind of got evolved a little bit. But I'm already doing what I was supposed to do. So soon you'll be able to see it on YouTube. But
Yeah.
it'll just be the verbal version. I ain't got the visual yet, cause I mean it's just more shit required, and plus some of that shit is almost irrelevant. But I'll figure out a way to fucking put some type of repeat and piece on there or something. I don't know.
Heck yeah.
But
Shit. The top of cousins, it's gonna be like all the game you've been giving me, and it's gonna be my ups and downs to what the fuck I've been doing too.
yeah, cause you'll be
That's the
able to
crazy
reflect.
part.
Yeah, you'll be able to reflect and just see. So it's like I got shit, man. I got a new recorder, so I'm happy that I got that, and I'm using that currently. But man, all this shit is just easily captured, and that's what makes it a whole lot more growth for me. Because a lot of times you think you don't got it until you keep giving it. So that's why I like the
Yeah.
uniqueness of being able to come across more people. But just overall, just see how it go. But just that's how like I understand what I've been recently putting in makes an influence for what comes out recently or currently. All the current talk get influenced by what you put in. So in a sense, you're currently talking like this because you ain't put in the shit that could have you avoiding talking like this. AKA, just like they
Yeah.
say, why you curse so much? Oh, I curse, or niggas say I don't know, and the girl say you curse so much because you ain't got words to put in their places. And the only reason
Yeah.
why I curse so much is because I like it. Period. So
Yeah.
and then you still seen where my life has built to got to. So it may be irrelevant not to do this and not to do that. You know, so it just is shit. Hear more and you can do more and just believe more and blah blah blah. But we'll touch on it and see how it go. But just go make some comfortable choices. That's all it is, and then go talk about it. So shit. But I'm gonna holler at you later, brother.
All right, man. Be easy.
All right, you the one, man. You got it.
Yeah, you too, man. You too, big dog.
All right.